G'day guys, welcome back to Kiwi Adventures 4x4. Today we are changing RG Colorado upper control arms. For this job you will need the following tools: a 21 or a 22mm spanner to undo your upper ball joint, a 19mm spanner deep socket and breaker bar to undo the main upper control arm bolts that bolt to the chassis, a 10 and 12mm spanners to undo existing back bracketry and the ABS sensor of the hub. So as you can see me doing in this video clip, I am undoing the upper control arm ball joint. I used a 22mm I think to undo it. It is a big nut. It does have a lot of tension on it, so make sure you use a big long spanner, or if you can, use a breaker bar. I used a spanner because mine was already loose. I already loosened them off. The next part, you will need a 10mm spanner or an open end or whatever you have, 10mm, preferably a 10mm ring spanner, to undo existing bracketry, as you can see me doing here. I undone the ABS harness bracket off of the hub and then off of the control arm. Make sure to pull the ABS line and sensor up through the upper control arm and out of the way so it doesn't get pinched or damaged if it springs back up. It shouldn't spring back up, but make sure to put it out of the way just in case it does. Now for this nut you will need a 12mm spanner, as you can see I am showing you. Undo that bolt and pull the harness up out of the way so your upper control arm, if it swings up, doesn't pinch the ABS line and sensor. I would highly recommend, before attacking this job, to go over all of the bolts and extruding threads of the bolts you have to undo. Give them a quick wire brush and give them some penetrant, unlike I did. I just did a wire brush and a little bit of lubricant after the fact, and they all went in fine with no binding or no cross threading. Yeah, make sure you give them a good clean, and it will make your job 10 times easier and 10 times faster. There is one plastic clip that you will need a flat blade screwdriver for to push in the little tabs and pull the clip out without breaking. I did this and then I carefully pried the ABS sensor out of the hub, as you can see I am doing right now. I've done it a few times in the past couple of weeks, so it is already loose, but just made it 10 times easier. I gave it a bit of lubrication before I put it back in to to not pinch and not bend the bracket. And as you just seen, I pulled the harness out of between the spring and the upper control arm and put it out of the way so it wouldn't pinch. Will need a 10 or a 12 mil spanner. I think this was a 12 mil spanner to undo this nut. It holds the brake line onto the upper control arm. Undo this and pull it out of the way. You don't have to take off the brake caliper or anything to do this job. So just pull it out of the way or hold it out of the way so if your arm does spring up, it doesn't do any damage. As you can see, I am just checking all the brake lines and ABS sensors are out of the way, so if the arm does spring up after I give it a few whacks, it doesn't do any damage to my lines and I don't have to spend hundreds of dollars to replace them. Right now I'm about to give the upper ball joint a few good whacks. As you can see, I missed one. Sorry, I missed two. And then the final one, it broke free. See, I left the nut still on the hub, so it didn't spring right up and do damage. If you do that, you won't have a problem. And then you should just be able to lift it up out of the way and keep going with the rest of the job. Right now you will need a breaker bar and a 19mm deep socket to break these bolts free. Just keep loosening them off. I do recommend using a deep socket and a breaker bar to break them. If you have a ratcheting breaker bar or even a torque wrench, that would be ideal. Make the job a lot quicker. Yeah. Every time I stop doing something, I'm just explaining to our friend from across the ditch what bolts do what and holding what, and just explaining a little bit of four-wheel drive maintenance to him, as he doesn't know much and really felt like watching and learning what I was doing. So we are coming to the end of this video. I hope you guys have learnt how to replace or pull out your upper control arms. Now once you've undone all of these bolts and removed them, you should just be able to pull your upper control arm out. And replace either the bushes if that's the route you have gone, or just replace the upper control arm, which is the most cost-effective way that I have learnt. Now I just replaced my arms with OEM factory standards, as that's what was in it, and I haven't had any issues with them with the 4-wheel driving I've done and any other exercise that the car has been through. You can replace them with aftermarket upper control arms, which do get more expensive by brand, and yeah, when you go and put your new bushes in or your new upper control arms in, just make sure to do everything the exact same way, just the opposite, doing them up, making sure they're at torque, and then go for a wheel alignment and get it all done correctly. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you have learnt how to change your upper control arms. Please like, comment and subscribe. It does help a lot with me being a small channel. We hope to see you for next week's Mount Me solo adventure.